We're going to be sourdough. Now I'm here with Maya. Now talk to me, Maya, like what is your company all about?
Yeah, so essentially the root of our company started, we wanted to get to the basics of food, get to, how food's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be paired, get rid of all the extra ingredients. That's kind of where Simply Sourdough came from. It is all Simply Sourdough.
Ooh, now what is sourdough? I see a starter here. Give us some of that education.
Yes, so essentially a sourdough is any type of fermented bread. So you're going to use the sourdough starter or the culture, the levain, to make the bread instead of traditional yeast. So it's anything that's gone through that fermentation process.
I love that. Now I'm seeing different ways of sourdough being made, from bread into, talk to me, this is your setup. You let me know what you have on the table.
Yes, ma'am. So you can do honestly anything with it. This is just a small tidbit. I had a hard time deciding what to bring, but we have our sandwich loaf there. So that's like the light fluffy loaf you get, kind of like in the store-bought bread. And then the artisan loaves, that's probably the most traditional bread that you think of when you hear sourdough. So that's like the traditional sourdough loaf. We have the focaccia, cookies, cinnamon rolls. We do muffins, tons of stuff. So you can do everything.
I love that. Now, cookies, sourdough, just bread in general. When you think of bread, you're thinking, oh, bloating and all that stuff. But sourdough doesn't give that. Talk to me about the science behind it.
Yes. So essentially how it works is it breaks down that gluten. So when you're actually ingesting it, it's got that lower glycemic index. You don't bloat. You're able to digest all the nutrients from it. So your body's just able to digest it better and you don't get that bloating from it. Yeah.
Perfect. I love it. And speaking of digestion, I'm excited to take a bite. Okay, so talk to me about this cookie you've made.
Oh my goodness. So these are our famous cookies. So essentially they go through, again, like sourdough, a fermentation process. So yeah, take one. Help yourself.
I'm gonna go for this one.
Yep. I'll take one too.
Okay, perfect.
And so yeah, they are just regular chocolate chip cookies, but they go through that fermentation process. So when you eat this, it is going to be healthy. It has chocolate chips in it, but it's healthy. It's going to be healthy. You're not going to bloat. And it has a lovely tangy flavor with it.
Ooh, I'm excited. Okay, you ready to go for the bite?
Yes.
Okay. Cheers. Okay.
Yep.
Yep. Nice and soft. And usually, with sourdough, people think it's hard and all that stuff. This cookie is so nice and soft.
You're right.
Very moist as well. Again, with the chocolate chip we have going on. Easy. It's breakable. It's not tough. You're good to go. And then also, it's just good for your gut.
Yes.
One thing that a lot of people are big on is just gut health. So I'm glad that. Now talk to me, how long have you guys been in the area?
So I've been baking sourdough for a while. I started when I got diagnosed with preeclampsia when my son was, in my tummy, and I was able to reverse it through diet changes. And it really opened my eyes to the fact of like, wow, your body can heal itself if you give it the tools that it needs to heal itself. So it kind of started me down this path, and then I learned about sourdough. I was like, I'm going to teach myself. It's not something I ever learned how to do. I'm like, I'm going to learn how to do it. And then I started, giving loaves to neighbors. And then it kind of morphed into a situation where I'm like, let's sell it. So my sister-in-law and I, we started at the farmer's market, and it's kind of just rapidly took off, and here we are today with Simply Sourdough.
Perfect. Thank you, Maya, for being here. We really appreciate it. You know where to find her. All those details will definitely be on the Your Basin website. So again, thank you, Maya, for being here. I'm going to send it over to the ladies, and they can get a little bit of this.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Yes.